Hi, I'm Monique from Monique Property, and today I'm here with George from Connected Finance, and we're going to run a series of videos that we ask you to come back and have a look at. And why are we doing this? Because as we know, the finance world has changed immensely in the last 12 months. So no longer could you just go and get a pre-approval, go to the bank directly, or to see someone like George and say, I'm ready to get a loan. Unfortunately, with the rules having changed and the inquiry, I suppose, your previous spending habits become more important, and what's happened in the last 3 to 4 months in your financial, I suppose, life needs to be more detailed, but is scrutinised far more. Correct?
Yes, certainly, Monique. So the banks are really looking at applications with a fine-tooth comb. They're looking at a number of different areas. So it is taking longer to obtain a pre-approval, and it is also a lot harder. So it's really around taking a good 3-4 months before you actually purchase to prepare, sit down with someone like myself, a mortgage broker, so you know exactly where things are up to. And from what I understand, it's a really important part when they eventually see someone like yourself, Monique.
We're seeing a lot of finance fall over, unfortunately. So people will say, I've had a pre-approval. And where we used to say, okay, that's great, we could proceed. If that pre-approval is not very current, we often ask them to go back and seek approval. And we've had times and instances where they've come up and it hasn't been declined, but they've fallen short. And when you fall short, 10, 20,000, it's still a big deal, because where do you find that sort of money? One of the things that I guess is really important in understanding and listening to what George has got to say is you need to be finance ready. So you can't just come along and say, I'm ready to buy a house. We want you now to start contacting someone like George now before you start the journey, so that when the time comes, he can have you in order and tell you how to actually have your finances looking solid, so that when you go for a pre-approval, there's a tick rather than a decline.
Great. So in these videos, we're going to give you some great content, some great information for you to start your finance journey.
Excellent. Look forward to speaking with you again, George.
Thank you.